After quite a few parts, we are finally here at our first non-fighter or ranger character, and this time we have a tank in Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is honestly one of the most unique characters, mainly because they are the first Blasters 2 character to be in Blasters Plus Plus. I think, at least. I don't know. Anyway, I think that they're pretty cool. While they might not be meta-defining, they certainly are very cool and fun to play as. And they also just look awesome. Here's their English translation, in case you want to see it, because you probably haven't seen this character because 1, they're in Busters 2, which is Japanese only, and 2, Busters 2 sucks. Rosetta Stone is a S-rank tank class of the Heartful tribe. They have a base HP stat, I gotta pull it up real quick, hang on. A base HP stat of 450, a base strength stat of 110, a base spirit stat of 240, a base defense stat of 240, and are of the slow speed tier. Their basic attack is Rock Throw. This is a ranged basic attack with 50 base power and a 1 second cooldown, so similar to something like Emperor Sapion's basic attack, just not as fast and has 0.2 more seconds of cooldown because Emperor Sapion is the best character in the game. Very simple. They actually have a tier list on the spreadsheet for now. And on top of the fact that it has all these characters, it's not finished yet, so there's only descriptions for like Styx Mark 6 and Hino's All Awoken. But on top of that, there are 5 currently unplayable yokai who have medals in there and have, their names. So maybe you want to go check it out and see which of those 5 yokai there are. They're all in the A, I think they're all in the A tier, or are they S tier? They might be S tier. They're all S tier. Yeah, so they're S tier, so they won't be hard to find, I'll tell you that much. I think you'll be pretty excited when you find out who they are. But anyways, back to the task at hand. Rosetta Stone's first learnable move is Earth Hit. Earth Hit is a 60 base power, but 200 when charged. Rock ranged elemental attack. It has a 3-second cooldown, but only 2.5 seconds if you fully charge it. It gives 12 soul meter on uncharged and then 40 on full charge. Just your standard, pretty strong ranged charge mage attack. So very useful if you like using charged moves. However, I personally don't really like to because, I don't know, I just don't. I don't like sitting there charging it up, especially if you get hit. Then you have to charge again, and you really want to like dedicate a soul to bring like the Robanion 28 soul. And I just don't really like to do it. But it's still a good move nonetheless. Their second learnable move is Deflect Target. It brings up a shield that reduces their damage received by 50% while the shield is active and reflects some of the damage back. I don't know what it is, but I know that it's not very good. Because, when you're put in a shield, you're not doing damage. And, you don't really want to be taking damage in order to be dealing damage. And even if you are dealing damage, it's not very much. Because bosses have upwards of like 20,000 HP. And if you're dealing 300 damage every like 5 seconds, that's not very good. So, I mean, if you're just running it as an extra option, I guess. But honestly, their fourth learnable move, which I might as well go ahead and talk about now, Damageless Spot, is just a little bit better. This is a reskinned Ultra Force Field, and if you don't remember what Ultra Force Field does, nearby allies in a radius, in a circle within the character, will become invincible for 2 seconds. This has a 10-second cooldown once it's used. It's very cool, very good to have. It's basically just like a dodge move that lasts for like 2 seconds. So it's pretty useful. Their final learnable move is Striking Granite. Striking Granite is a 160 base power, ranged, but it's a close range attack as well. It's not, you have to be close because it's a projectile, but it doesn't go very far. So you have to kind of be careful with it. But it has an 8-second cooldown and gives 30 soul meter when it lands. This is kind of what I like to do. I like to bring Striking Granite and bring Damageless Spot because then you're going to be spamming Rock Throw and then Striking Granite when you can. And then you have Damageless Spot to dodge if you need to. And then their ultimate move is Shiritori, I think is how you pronounce it. This is a 7-hit with, 57? I pulled up a different tab. 57 base power, 7 times, and has a charge needed of 320. which apparently seemingly makes it actually a very low amount of soul meter charge needed. So, pretty darn cool. The only problem with it is that it takes like 3 seconds before the rocks actually start falling. So the boss can pretty easily dodge. So with that in mind, it's not really the worst thing ever. And I completely skipped over their skill, but this is healing game. All allies heal 1.2. Is it 1.2 or 1.25? Either way, it's not very much. 1.25% of their HP restored every 2 seconds. If you're, not bringing a healer, I mean, this can be fine. And if you stack it with the healing song soul and maybe not a soul, just a healing song and then like a tattle terror soul, you'll have pretty consistent healing. So if you have a character like that one fish or King Deadward, even Rosetta Stone themselves, they can be a pretty serviceable tank that also is very self-sufficient, but doesn't work with characters like Arachneval or Total Demon or any of the low HP characters. For equipment, I am running the Ultimate Beam because this gives me a high spirit stat and also allows me to have a 50% more likelihood, chance to crit at max distance. And I am also bringing the Emperor Sapion Soul for critical damage. It doesn't matter which critical damage soul you bring as long as it gives 75% more critical damage. Now you might be thinking, why are you bringing this? Well, because I also have these three, the trifecta of spirit. We have He Knows All Awoken, and then Princess Pearl. They're all very tanky. So if they can just tank hits, then I can deal a little bit of damage because, why not? I mean, this isn't really how you should play the Rosetta Stone, but I'm going to anyway because it kind of just works. So, we have these three with baubles, and they all have Whisper Souls, so that way I have a total 80% extra chance to deal critical hits, because that works not only with my ranged attack, although for my Striking Granite, that's only going to be like the extra 30% chance to crit, in which case it probably would be better to bring Earth Hit, but I brought Striking Granite for the playthroughs because, not playthroughs, Striking Granite for the move because that's just what I like to do. But it still works out fine because, Rosetta Stone's pretty good. So with all of that said, why don't we go ahead and see just how good Rosetta Stone really is. And I want to put into perspective how massive this character is. Yeah, this model is actually ridiculous. So this time I'm doing live commentary as I play through, so I have no idea what's going to happen. But we're playing Red Paws because we've done Golden Claws previously, so this time we're doing Red Paws just for variety's sake. Anyways, I really like Rosetta Stone's model. I think it's a cool design too, so anyway, what we can do is that. Decent damage. Not enough to kill apparently, but hey. We're allowed to passively heal our entire party, so I can afford to be kind of weak defensively because we have two tank characters in the Hinozals and Princess Pearl, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So you have to be kind of close to get Striking Granite or Granite Strike, whatever it is, to actually hit. But then you can be far away for this move. But as you can see, it just doesn't really reach far enough. So our own damage isn't really all that crazy. I mean, it's nice damage, considering that we're also able to do something like this and heal the team and protect them, and we're passively healing. But other than that, it's not the most insane. Striking Granite isn't really the greatest move, but because we have the ranged basic attack, I mean, in terms of DPS, you'd probably get more DPS if you have the charge, but I don't really like using charge moves because I just find them to be kind of inconsistent to use. But yeah, as you can see, their ultimate is pretty powerful. Seemingly, at least. I don't know. So as you can see, we've done a pretty big chunk of their HP. And even though I got hit right there, doesn't really matter. And we can kind of just stun lock him until we get close to... So we're going to let the Hinozals power up so that way they don't die instantly and they heal. Oh, we kind of wasted Princess Pearl's thing right there, but it's whatever. So because we timed it like that, we can actually dodge 2 of those, which is pretty neat. Now I still get hit right there, but that it doesn't really matter because we're going to win anyways. So we can just force a dodge, and that's pretty cool. And stone for 1500 to finish it off. So yeah, if you were to combine this with like a healing song, you wouldn't even really need a healer, but you'd still probably want to bring Princess Pearl because she's also a buffer. So I mean, they're pretty good. Like, very usable. You can 100% find success with this team. Not too hard at all. Um, I think his cutscene's kind of broken, but yeah, we're fighting Wobblewok. So, I kind of just picked him because, we kind of fight Shogun King and, the Rowanyan and, stuff like that. We fight that all the time. Why don't we fight something like this? Pretty unique. So thankfully, he's switching to Spirit, and we're going to absolutely destroy him. Barely survive, and then we're going to be able to just heal it up. Let Princess Pearl get a quick pulse right there, and we're fine. So even though I'm 100% playing Rosetta Stone in a, team setup they are 100% not supposed to be used for, they work fine because of that little passive heal. I mean, it's only healing 1.2% of my HP every 5 seconds, which is, as you can see, 5 HP. But if you were to combine this with, souls and that, you'd be pretty tanky. Considering that they're not even a healer, it's pretty nice. Looking at Rosetta Stone, you would think that they would be a tank, but then a healer also kind of makes sense. So, yeah. DPS is not their strong suit, but, I mean, hey, they can make it work. Quick pulse heal like that, and that's pretty cool. So now, big numbers, pretty cool. Big spirit buff, pretty nice. Big rocks. Oh, I was gonna nickname Rosetta Stone to Rocks, ROX. Just, I don't know, for fun. So we're gonna get as far as we can. And get a pretty nice crit. What is he doing? The heck is that? What kind of animation was that? Did you just do a mighty attack? I don't know Reunite's kit. So, yeah. Whatever. So, we're going to run up. We're going to get... I didn't necessarily want to do this. But it's whatever. Pearl. I keep forgetting I changed my buttons. So now we just have to wait, which is boring to do, but whatever. Oh, again. Nice invisibility right there by Rosetta Stone. He's dead. Whoopsies. Whatever. We need him. Rocks. The rocks actually can stun, which we're going to be able to take advantage of in a little bit. Okay, I can't help you with that. If you hit Wobblewok with a move like that, it actually puts him into a position where you'll just send him back down to the ground. It's a pretty neat little piece of tech you can do, and it's decently useful. Is he out of bounds? I thought he was out of bounds, but no, he's not. But yeah, the little stun lock tech is pretty nice. We're just gonna go over here, hit that. And now we're just gonna wait. Oh, come on, bro. So now he's going to try to start doing this. So we can get a couple of these, get some stuns in, and just kind of keep forcing him back down. Oh, just barely missed because of the timing. Whatever, though. Because we have a ranged basic attack, we can just kind of keep doing this. I'm not talking as much as usual because I'm not used to talking while I actually play the game, but you know, it's whatever. I have to kill my sons, so you know, it's not very fun for me. I think it's this one. I can do it. We'll do this just in case. Yeah, you can do that. Princess Pearl's ultimate. We're unfortunately gonna have to do that. Princess Pearl's ultimate is an attack as well as a heal, which is like one of the best ultimates in the game. So it's pretty neat. Like as soon as he changes, he's dead. Like as simple as that. He knows all. Oh god. This is not a satisfying fight to finish off, so I'll do another one after this. He knows all's healing himself. Can you turn back, dog? Finally. There. The Hinozals are really good. Like, every one of these characters is better than Rosetta Stone. Because Rosetta Stone's kit, just, it's fine, but it's not, you know, crazy like the other three, but they can still put in pretty good work, in all honesty. Which, you know, is a lot better than, like, 90% of the game. I don't know what's going on with the emulator, but their little movie intros aren't working. I think it works for Red Paws though, which is the weirdest thing. I don't know why it's not working now, but whatever. I forgot to put on a second getaway plush, so let me see if I can pick one up here. I missed it too. What the heck? So we're just going to eviscerate you. Oh god. You hurt. How dare. You cannot hit Rosetta, or stone will crush you with rocks. I think this cutscene, yeah, this cutscene works. It's literally just their movie cutscene. So with a little bit of damage, we're, you know, we're gonna get by. Damage to the spot is very good. Since Rosetta Stone is so bulky and slow, having this, like, dodge move, essentially, is very useful. But, you know, it doesn't have that much of a cooldown. But it works. Well, that was a respawn invincibility, so, you know. The healing is good, but it's not good enough to keep me alive. So, we are going to have to hope that what's her face? Princess Pearl does something. Oh no. Rosetta Stone died because I'm playing as Pearl. Nice dodge with that. Pretty cool. I didn't even realize he's almost halfway dead already. Oh no. Get to the circle, guys. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. I was expecting him to do his dog drop, but he's not doing it. A nice 1200 right there. Oh my god. One of them did, I think, regular Hino. Did he didn't do shocking idea, did he? With the platinums. Okay, there. I was gonna say, we missed the stun chance. There we go. The only thing is Rosetta Stone's ultimate is really, really slow, so you don't really get to use it very often, but I mean, hey, we still won pretty easily. I say pretty easily. I missed my one. Oh, well, it was only one getaway plush, so they're better than the door. Oh, wait, hang on. The stupid thing wasn't in the way. I could play peekaboo. Fun. Very fun character, in all honesty. Pretty good, too. You know, not the worst. Certainly have played worse characters. So there is Rosetta Stone. They're a pretty fun character to play, in all honesty, because, you know, you got the heal, and I always just really like ranged attacking characters in this game. I kind of like just like spirit attackers just in general, because I really like Princess Pearl and Hino's All Awoken. They're very fun. So, yeah, a tank that can deal damage is pretty good. If you were to bring a Bobble and then bring like some sort of healing soul, maybe you could bring a Whisper Soul, you could bring something to increase ally soul meter gain. You could, yeah, you know, there's a lot of options you can do, and Rosetta Stone could be a very serviceable option, you know, healing. That's also a tank if you have like 3 of these characters, and then you give them like Tattletale souls, then you effectively just have like a very self-sustainable tank system. Maybe put like replace one of them with like a Gabby or something, and you know that's a pretty good CPU core right there that just won't die if you don't want to play like the triple Gabbies. Then yeah, sure, they work pretty well. I mean, you know, if you like the design of Rosetta Stone, which I do, they're fun to play and it's cool to just be a giant walking around carrying the tiny little girl. So it's fun. So, anyways, that's it. Let me know if you liked the live commentary as I did the fights, and let me know who you want to see. Next is probably gonna be Enma, because I think Enma's just pretty cool. Not necessarily in this game, but he's just cool in general. So, you know, we might as well go ahead and talk about him, and we'll go ahead and get our first healer out of the way by technicality. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, bye.